I said earlier that we'll talk more about technology and digital space. Backspace is an engagement banking platform headquartered in the Netherlands. That organization looks to accelerate the digital transformation of lenders and other financial institutions. Backspace has now stepped into frontier Africa, looking to disrupt the marketplace from one of the continent's largest markets, Nigeria. Emmanuel Onyeje is the regional chief for West Africa and the head of Nigeria operations. He is joining me live for this discourse from our Lagos studios. Good evening, and nice having you on the program tonight.
Good evening. Yes, great to be on the program. Thank you.
Thank you. How is Backbase plugging into the ongoing financial digitalization phenomenon which is taking place in Nigeria and the rest of Africa?
Yeah. Right now, I think Africa and Pacific Nigeria is jewel the crown when it comes to the global fintech trends. And what's interesting is that Backbase is not a bank and it's not a fintech. It's actually a tech for fin. What does that mean? We're a technology company that provides solutions for financial institutions, be it fintech or be it a bank. And our focus is really helping them to actually have the products, have the capability and capacity to really then take advantage of what's going on in the marketplace. So give you the tools, give you the applications, and give you the wherewithal to really address the market concerns. Because people's tastes are changing rapidly in the marketplace. And what we're trying to do is provide the tools and technologies for banks or fintechs to really be able to capture as much market as possible in a seamless way possible, but yet improving customer service.
Well, tell me that you are not a bank, but you looks like you're a midwife here. You're trying, the one who says, well, everybody comes for you. You're the one who everybody goes to and say, well, yes, I do. So you just make sure everybody's fine. But what solutions are available in the market to address challenges that financial institutions face?
Yeah, so basically the real three things that financial institutions face, okay? First of all is the rapid changing landscape. People's tastes have changed. Social media has made people want things that are more personalized. I want my service when I want it, how I want it. I want the experience to be great. And so the first thing is, how do we provide financial institutions a platform that does create that great experience, that creates such a great experience that customers end up loving their banks, not just liking the banks, have an affinity to that bank brand. The second thing is really around, we see talent is a real problem in the whole region. I mean, your previous person you were interviewing was talking about the talent requirement globally. There's a shortage of technology talent all around the world. And the banks also are competing for that same talent. And so by having predefined great experiences out the box for banks to use, it means they can then get to market much faster, much quicker, without relying on the technology talent. There's also infrastructure. That's also a major challenge in this area. Okay, how do we help banks keep their infrastructure much more reliable, have uptime much reliable, and we do that by providing Backbase as a service, which is a born in the cloud native infrastructure that has way up to 99.99% uptime for banks to really make sure that there's really zero downtime when customers want to transact and actually do services with their choice of bank.
My next question, therefore, Emmanuel, is how has the Nigerian market responded to the innovative solutions you've launched? How is the market taking them? Are they onboarding?
It's very a lot of people are very interested. Backbase is really a global leader in this area. If you look at Forrester or any other major analyst who looks at engagement platform, as recent as the last quarter of last year, Backbase was put as a leader in this quadrant. Most of the top tier 1 global banks across the world use our platform. Major banks in this continent use our platform and now have entered the Nigerian market. And we've seen a lot of interest for banks to take on our project. And we hope to have a bank to launch with us in the near future.
Well, here we are. The banks in Nigeria are in a kind of a pushback. They say they are not scared of fintech game changers in town. They say both can mutually coexist. Do you agree? Where is the meeting point here? First, before we talk about point of divergence.
Yeah, I think it's a right approach. I think saying you're scared or not scared is not really the right approach to really think about. The thing is really focusing on the customer. And if banks really do focus on what the customer wants, knowing what the changes that customers are having right now and can adapt to those changes, then there is no need to be worried about a competitor. I always tell people, if you keep your eye on the goal, which is the customer, and not keep looking left or right, eyeing your competitor, you win in the market. But can you respond effectively to winning in the market? And one of the most important things is that people are looking for innovation. And nobody are the sole custodians of innovation. Not Backbase, not any single bank, not any single fintech. If you're innovative, you can win. Now, how do you win? By partnerships. By leveraging partnerships right across board with fintechs, with tech for fins, with other banks, with other service providers. That's how you win in the marketplace. But you must have a platform that can actually bring and onboard all that innovation in a seamless way. Right now, a lot of financial institutions have what they call silos of infrastructure, where you find that your web platform is different from your mobile platform, a different vendor for your USSD platform, a different vendor for your voice platform, a different vendor for your chat platform. If I want to innovate and bring something new, all of a sudden, I'm spending my time trying to make all that work. When in actual fact, with an engagement platform that we have from Backbase, it becomes much more seamless for you to actually onboard all that innovation from either local fintechs or global fintechs and continue being a leader in the marketplace through innovation.
I'm trying to get a bit of more clarity from you as a professional. Are we looking at a future in which banks become more tech-based, or that fintech companies become more financial services provider-based?
Yes, that convergence is definitely going to happen, absolutely. Okay, but the key thing really is not going to be that you're going to find that banks are now, let's say, turned to financial institutions, or turned to technology companies all the way around. I think the line will blur, and what the key thing is there is that who actually is winning in the marketplace? Who is actually providing the customers what they want? Is it going to be a typical technology company like Apple's doing with Apple Card and Apple Pay, or Google Pay? Is it going to be a traditional bank like a UBA or Access or GT Bank, who people are going to prefer? It could be two things. One is the reliability of the brand, and of course the experience of the services that the customers have. And that's going to be a defining part in moving forward. Now, what's interesting is that if I am going to focus on being a financial service provider, means I'm going to focus really on what products customers want. How do I service my customers? How do I onboard my customers? How do I make sure my customers have the right thing they want? And I'll look for technology partners to work with me. A technology company, we want to build all that technology and then go looking for the customer. Either one can win. A lot of it depends on how well they execute and what partnerships and technology actually have in place.
Well, you got the fintech guys, the banks got the money. So they've got to be a marriage somewhere at some point. So is that the future of digital transformation? Tell me about that in a minute, quickly.
Yeah, okay, the future. I think the future is really going to be very, very exciting. I think what we're seeing right now is just the beginning of what digital transformation is going to happen in financial services. Imagine a scenario where your application from your service provider can tell you, hey, Emmanuel, you're spending too much on diesel. There are cheaper ways to do it. Hey, Emmanuel, I think based on where you live and your status as what your family have, how many kids you have, and where you what your expenditure is, there are ways to save more money. Those are the kind of things people want. People want to become more financially healthy. Not just personally healthy, mental and physical, not just socially healthy with my network and my friends and my family, but help me become financially healthy as well. Help me save much easier. Make it really easy for me to save, not make it strange for me to save. Allow my money to grow. Help my money grow in the future. Give me an advisor who can tell me, hey, Emmanuel, there's an opportunity for you to invest part of your money right now through these very simple steps, 1, 2, and 3. That's the future really of further digitalization of financial services, where basically in your pocket, you have a first-class financial advisor helping you to, 1, earn money, save money, invest money very wisely.
Yeah, so talking about the medium to long-term outlook for Backbase.
I think we're on a journey to really help all the banks really digitalize their infrastructure. Banking infrastructure globally has a lot of legacy inside it, a lot of legacy. And banks are battling with this legacy. They know that if they don't battle with this legacy effectively and win, fintechs will win, because fintechs have no legacy. They come with newer technology, brand new technology, and are much more agile. Backbase's vision is how do we help all the global banks, and there are thousands of global banks, literally become more agile, literally become more digital. And there are many banks for us to digitalize. Okay, we're just starting this journey, and that's really where our vision is. We want to go country by country, bank by bank, and make every bank become the bank that their customers love.
Do have a pleasant evening, and thank you for your time. Emmanuel Onyeje, Head West Africa and Nigeria Operations at Backbase.